Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time of visiting this channel, I would like you to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video you will get notified as soon as possible. So I bring you weekly analysis every weekend. Alright, so if this is your first time, just hit the subscribe button because every weekend I'm gonna come your way with weekly outlook. Yes, so last week was rough. All right, I don't know for you, but last week was a little bit a tough week for me. But one thing is, the profits I made 2 weeks back, all right, the profit I made 2 weeks back served as an insurance for me last week. So far as I'm concerned, everything was, even though it was tough, but everything was okay. All right, yes, everything was okay. And as a trader, that is what you should be doing. All right, whenever you make profit on the market, all right, going into the following week, that profit should serve as an insurance for you. All right, I always tell people that always protect your capital. All right, it is better to lose your profit to the market than losing your capital. When you lose your capital, man, you are doomed. All right, yes, when you lose your capital, you are doomed. But hey, when you lose your profit to the market, it is really nothing, because so far as you are consistently trading, definitely you're gonna make that profit back and even more. All right, we always do it back and back in my community. All right, yes, those of you in my Telegram community for a longer period of time would testify to whatever I'm saying. All right, that is why I always advise you that protect your capital. All right, use proper risk management. All right, protect your capital, use proper risk management to protect your capital. It is better to lose your profit to the market than losing your capital. All right, yeah, so that is that for last week. All right, so yes, as usual, going into this week, I want us to look at these pairs and then see what the market has for us going into next week. All right, yes, so last week I told you about the dollar index, that I'm not expecting to see price break above this zone we are seeing here. All right, I was expecting lower prices on the dollar index, and definitely we saw that happening. All right, yes, we saw that happening. Price failed to break this high, and then Thursday, Friday, we saw that move to the downside. All right, yes, so going into next week, I'll expect to see this low being cleared. All right, yes, I'll expect to see this low being cleared. Let's look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame and see. So I'll expect to see that very low being cleared. So just as you can see, all right, yes, so this is what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. You can see relatively equal lows being here. All right, so going into next week, I'm expecting these lows to be attacked. All right, you see this small gap we have here. Yes, I'm sure that is why price is moving, just to fill these small gaps, and then we look out if price will be able to fill these imbalances before we see the next move of the dollar index. All right, so at the moment I'm expecting to see price break this low. All right, clear this liquidity, close up this gap, and then we see where price move to. So going into next week, I'm still bearish on the dollar index. All right, yes, so that is that. Let's look at what is happening on EURUSD. So just as I always tell you, if I'm bearish on the dollar index, what does that mean? I'm bullish on EURUSD. So just as I'm opening the EURUSD chart, I'm expecting to see higher prices going into next week so far as EURUSD is concerned. Let's quickly look at what is happening on the daily time frame then, so that it will help us to see what the market really wants to do. All right, yes, so this is what happened last Friday. All right, so last Friday we saw price moved to the downside a little bit into this candle. All right, yes, so going into next week, I'm expecting to see price push to the upside. All right, I'm expecting price to push to the upside clearing these equal highs. All right, so if you would remember, the dollar index, I was expecting equal lows to be cleared. All right, I was expecting equal lows to be cleared. So if I'm expecting equal lows to be cleared on the dollar index, then I'll be expecting equal highs. All right, so I'll be expecting equal highs to be cleared on EURUSD. All right, yes, so going into next week, I want to see this equal highs being cleared. Then I want to see this gap we have here also being filled. All right, then we anticipate to see if price will push further to the upside. So going into next week, I'm bullish on EURUSD. All right, so let's look at what is happening on GBPUSD. all right, so EURUSD, GBPUSD, same plan. So let's look at what is happening on GBPUSD. All right, let's look at what is happening on GBPUSD. And let me quickly say this, that so far as trading is concerned, one thing that you can't leave out is correlation. All right, when you know your correlation very well, which pair moves with this pair, which pair moves opposite to this pair, trading is going to be something easy and simple for you. All right, yes, but watch out for my educative content on correlation. Very soon I'll release that content. All right, yes, so just stay tuned for that. Let's go what is happening on GBPUSD. So if I'm expecting EURUSD to move to the upside, definitely I'll be expecting GBPUSD to move to the upside. But just look at what is happening currently. Currently we are seeing price currently in this area, all right, in this zone. So going into next week, if I'll take a trade on this pair, last week I informed you about this. I don't know if you remember that if I'll take a trade on GBPUSD, I want to see price move up. All right, I want to see price move into the zone, come back to here to this side, and then we see price shoot to the upside. All right, so simply put, I want to see price move up like this. All right, come back here, then definitely that is going to tell me that definitely we are going to see price shoot to the upside. All right, so I'm just waiting to see this happening on GBPUSD before I take any trade on this pair. All right, yeah, so that is that for GBPUSD on the daily time frame. Let's just look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame too as well. All right, yeah, let's look at what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so this is what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So just as I told you on the daily, all right, just as I told you on the daily, that is going to be my expectation, and I think it's even clearer on the 4-hour. all right, it's so clear on the 4-hour, all right, that I'm expecting to see price break, all right, through this, come back here, then definitely I will see price move to the upside. All right, I'll see price move to the upside, clearing this liquidity we are seeing here. Yes, clearing this buy side liquidity we are seeing here, fill up these imbalances. All right, and then we see where price will move to. Right, so going into next week, I am bullish on GBPUSD. Let's look at what is happening on GBPJPY. All right, let's look at what is happening on GBPJPY. Let's look at what is happening on. All right, so for GBPJPY, currently this is where the market is. All right, on the weekly, there is some level of consolidation on the weekly. All right, there's some level of consolidation on the weekly, but all in all, I'm expecting to see higher prices. But until I see price break out of this consolidation, my target on GBPJPY is going to be short term. All right, I'm going to have short term targets on GBPJPY until I see price break through the consolidation. All right, yeah, so just as we can see here, we've seen price bounce off from a rejection block. All right, we are seeing price currently bouncing off from a rejection block. All right, so going into next week, I would like to see some form of retracement, to the downside into a PDRA. All right, so definitely here. All right, here, either here or here. But before I take any sells on this pair, I want to see price break this low. All right, before I take any sells on this pair, I want to see price breaks this low. All right, so once it breaks this low, then it really confirms that price really is moving to the downside. So that is my expectation on GBPJPY. Let's look at what is happening on EURCAD. All right, so for EURCAD, I'm expecting some higher prices. All right, I'll be expecting to see higher prices on EURCAD. So going into next week, I'll be bullish on this pair. All right, so I will definitely, you see some retracement to the downside. All right, a little bit, but I don't want to see price cross this zone here. All right, I don't want to see price cross this zone here. So going into next week, I want to see price come down a little bit into this area, then we see a push to the upside. All right, targeting this gap we are seeing here, and then this buy side liquidity. So going into next week, I'm bullish on EURCAD. Let's look at what is happening on EURCHF. All right, here. So for this pair last week, we took this trade. All right, we took this trade and it went into about 70 pips. That is this move. All right, it went into profit for about 70 pips, and Friday we saw price move coming back to our entry. All right, yes, coming back to our entry. So going into next week, I am still expecting price to shoot to the upside. All right, yes, so going into next week, I don't want to see price, once we see price break below this level, then definitely we are going to see lower prices filling up all the sell side liquidity before we see price push to the upside. But if this price is not able to break, or if price fails to break this zone we are seeing here, then definitely we are going to see higher prices on EURCHF. So going into next week, I'm bullish on EURCHF. All right, let's look at what is happening on EURNZD. All right, let's look at what is happening on EURNZD. All right, so for this pair, for EURNZD on a macro view, I'm expecting a higher price. So when I say macro view, definitely on a monthly or on a weekly time frame. All right, so this is last week I told you that I don't want to see price break below this area. All right, so yes, so next week I'm expecting to see price come back a little bit into this zone, then we see price push to the upside. All right, yes, then we see price push that. So going into next week, I'm bullish on EURNZD. Let's quickly look at what is happening on USD CAD. So the dollar index USD CAD, I have same expectation on that. All right, I'm expecting to see lower prices on USD CAD. All right, I'm expecting to see lower prices on USD CAD. So going into next week, I'm going to be bearish. All right, I'm going to be bearish on on USD CAD. All right, I'm going to be bearish on USD CAD. Last Friday I took some sell. All right, last Friday, that was during the New York session. All right, I'll still expect to see price move a little bit further into the zone. All right, I'll still expect to see price move further to the zone. So my target on USD CAD is going to be short term. All right, my target on USD CAD is going to be a short term target. If I see price break this low, that is where I'll target price to the upside on a long term, to the downside on a long term basis. All right, if I see price break this low, that is where I'll target price to the downside on a long term basis. So going into next week, I am bearish on USD CAD. Let's quickly look at what is happening on AUDCAD. All right, let's quickly look at what is happening on the AUDCAD. Quickly, let's look at what is happening on AUDCAD. That is going to be our last but not the least pair. All right, yeah. So let's quickly look at what is happening on all right, so for AUDCAD, this is what we are seeing. All right, we've seen price approach this bearish order block. All right, we've seen price approach this bearish order block. So going into next week, I'll expect to see some lower prices. All right, I expect to see lower prices on AUDCAD come back to this area, then we see price push to the upside. All right, yeah. So going into next week, that would be my expectation on AUDCAD. All right, yes. So that is just that for next week. So going into next week, these are the pairs I'll be focusing on going into next week. All right, yes. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please and please again, just hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell. And honestly speaking, I'm so grateful. All right, I'm very grateful for the support you guys have given me so far as subscribing to my channel is concerned. Actually, I didn't expect to get this amount of subscribers by now. All right, yes, I didn't expect to get this number of subscribers by now. So what I can say is I'm very grateful. All right, continue to watch my videos. All right, continue to watch my weekend forecast, continue to like, continue to comment, continue to share. All right, let me know your experience so far when you started watching my videos and all that. All right, and if you're not part of the Telegram community, just look in the description box below. The link is there, and join the fluxforex community. All right, big things are coming. All right, there are really interesting times coming so far the community is concerned, and you wouldn't want to miss it. All right, yeah. So follow me on all social media handles. Look for me. My personal Instagram handle is I am Andrew Drew. All right, so I am _Andrew Drew. Yes, and then the handle for the community is fluxforex. All right, yes, the handle for the community is fluxforex. So if you want my personal handle, just look for I am _Andrew Drew. All right, my personal handle will come, and then you follow me as well, and then follow the community as well. All right, so that is just that. I wish you all good luck and good trading. I'll come your way again next week.